Hello everyone! Today we're actually tackling a topic of great relevance and importance, climate justice. This concept combines the fight against climate change with a fundamental consideration, social equity and the protection of human rights, which are basic in human society. While industrialized countries are responsible for about 75% of CO2 emissions accumulated since the start of the Industrial Revolution, it is the poorest communities, often with limited resources, that disproportionately suffer the most devastating consequences of this crisis. Let's, for example, talk about the small Pacific islands like Tuvalu or the Maldives, threatened by rising sea levels, causing the loss of ancestral lands and forcing entire communities to migrate somewhere else. According to a United Nations study, around 200 million people will be forced to relocate by 2050 due to the extreme climate events and rising seas, like for example the North African countries. However, the population that have contributed to the least to the climate change are often the most vulnerable and lack the necessary resources to adapt. This shows that climate issues are not only environmental, but also human rights issues. Everyone must have access to a sustainable and dignified future, especially future generation, I would say. Wealthy countries, which have historically exploited the planet's resources the most, must take shared responsibility by reducing their emissions and helping poorer nations with adaptation measures, such as the construction of resilient infrastructure and sustainable development programs. Climate justice also means acknowledging existing disparity and promoting a fair distribution of resources, so that implies a change of economic and financial basis. Otherwise, this won't be able to actually be implemented. Only through strong global solidarity can we create a future where no one is left behind. And let's remember, climate change is a collective challenge that requires concrete and responsible action from all of us, governments, business, and individuals. In conclusion, the fight for the climate is also a fight for equity, human dignity, and the protection of fundamental rights. Only by working together and with open hearts, we can build a more just, sustainable, and united future for the generation to come.